I never thought a simple moment, just asking for help with the zipper of my dress, would unravel such complicated emotions inside me. My name is Emily Carter, and I live in Austin, Texas. I'm a mother, a wife, and someone who has always believed in family values, respect, and emotional honesty. But sometimes life places you in unexpected situations, ones that test your boundaries in ways you never imagined. This story is not about forbidden love or scandal. It is about emotional lines, human temptation, and the choices we make when our hearts are tested. It was a Saturday evening in late spring. The air was warm, the sun dipped lower across the Texas sky, and our home was alive with the sound of preparation. My husband David had been working long hours at the firm, and we were invited to a charity gala in downtown Austin. I hadn't gone out in months, so I wanted to look my best. The dress I chose was a navy blue gown, elegant but tricky. It had a zipper running all the way up the back. As I stood in the mirror trying to zip it up, I quickly realized my arms weren't as flexible as I imagined. David was still in the shower upstairs, and I didn't want to yell over the sound of running water. That's when I noticed Michael, David's son from his first marriage, sitting in the living room, flipping through a college sports magazine. He was 21 tall and had just come home from his university break. We had always maintained a respectful relationship, careful around each other's space. I hesitated. It felt awkward. But in that moment, I needed help. So I walked into the living room and said softly, "Michael, could you give me a hand with something? The zipper on my dress is stuck, and I can't reach it." His eyes widened just a little, clearly caught off guard. There was silence for a beat too long. Then he nodded and stood up. Sure, Emily. No problem." I turned around, pulling my hair to one side to make it easier for him. His hands, hesitant but careful, lifted the zipper gently. I could feel the air shift, a strange tension I didn't want to acknowledge. It wasn't wrong, but it wasn't simple either. The zipper moved smoothly upward, and the silence in the room grew heavier with each second. When it was done, I smiled quickly and stepped back. "Thank you, Michael," I said, trying to brush it off as nothing. He gave a half smile and sat back down, though his magazine stayed unopened. That night, at the gala, I couldn't stop thinking about the moment. It wasn't about attraction. It was about boundaries. Something so small had made me realize how fragile family dynamics could be, especially in blended families like ours. Over the following days, I noticed Michael becoming quieter around me. At dinner, he avoided eye contact. He was polite, respectful, but something had shifted. Finally, I decided to address it. One evening, when David was still at work, I found Michael on the porch. "Hey," I said softly, taking a seat across from him. "I feel like things have been different between us since Saturday. Did I make you uncomfortable by asking you for help?" He looked down, fiddling with the ring on his finger, then sighed. "It's not that. I didn't know if it was okay. I mean, you're few. And I didn't want it to feel weird." His honesty struck me. He wasn't being inappropriate, he was being human. And in that moment, I realized how important it was to set clear emotional boundaries. "Michael," I said gently, "you did nothing wrong. I was the one who asked. But you're right, it's important we keep things comfortable and respectful. Family is about trust, and I don't ever want you to feel confused about your place here." His shoulders relaxed, and for the first time in days, he smiled. "Thanks, Emily. I guess I just didn't know what to do." That conversation brought us closer, not in a dangerous way, but in an understanding way. We learned that family isn't always easy, especially when different worlds come together. It takes communication, honesty, and sometimes awkward conversations to protect what matters most. Months later, when Michael went back to school, he hugged me before leaving. "Thanks for always treating me like family," he said. And I knew deep down that moment with the zipper had tested us both, but it had also strengthened us. This story isn't about scandal. It's about the reality of emotional temptation and the responsibility we carry as adults to guide younger ones with wisdom and respect. Life will always place us in situations that could turn messy, but the choices we make define who we are. For me, I chose honesty. I chose boundaries. And because of that, I kept my family safe and whole.